Hello. So, I'm making this video because one of my friends showed interest in having me tour my Minecraft world and post it on my channel. That is why we are here, and that is what this video is about. This is weird. I haven't done a sort of Let's Play type deal in a really long time now. But we're here. I'm going to do my best to show off my world and explain how things came to be and just kind of show off what we have here. So yeah, I'm just kind of in my house right now. Looks like my frame rate is going down because of the recording software. Honestly, that's fine. We'll just deal with it. Um, so this is my house. So, I actually didn't make this. I had a friend come on and build it for me, essentially, because I am horrible at making things look pretty, as evidenced by everything you see behind me. But yeah, it's mostly crimson planks. It's just it's a pretty simple layout. Got a basement with a bunch of chests and I'm running out of storage at the moment. Unsurprisingly, once you'll see what else is here. So from here, um, guess I should show off my slime farm, which is probably the biggest thing I have here. So this thing is my slime farm. Why did I make it this big? Good question. I felt like it, and I found 3 slime chunks that were right next to each other. So with the help of a friend or two, as well as just actually no, this wasn't. This was on my own. With the help of a crap load of TNT and about 3 to 4 days of effort just building, not including mining all this out and replacing the walls with stone. This was created, and I haven't let it run in a long time, but it has supplied me with more than enough slime for just about everything I need, and I'm very happy with it, especially considering how much effort I put into it. Yeah, that is my slime farm. It is 4 chunks in size that I just mined out with TNT. That was a process, let me tell you. Uh, so, aside from that monstrosity, the highest thing I have here is most likely this, which is it's a automatic wood farm, automatic log farm for nether trees, specifically crimson ones in my case, because I think they look a lot better. This is a design by RaysWorks, if I recalled correctly, with maybe some slight modifications here and there, like just having this funneling system. Nothing big. It's pretty much a carbon copy. But it is very nice because wood is something that I need an absolute ton of in this world due to the kinds of things I create, as you can see with all of this. Mainly for hoppers, actually. I mostly need wood for hoppers because each one takes 2 logs, which is super expensive. Okay. So, moving on from that, I guess I can show off some of the smaller things around my house. Now that we have those 2 enormous monstrosities out of the way. This is a super smelter. It's a furnace array from, I believe this design was by Ilmango, if I remember correctly. I've built these in a few worlds now. If you know me personally and have played with me, I've probably built one for you because they're just really nice, if I'm being honest. But yeah, these smelt incredibly quickly at 8 times the speed of a normal furnace. And if you wanted, you could put blast furnaces or smokers and make it even faster. But I like the general purpose use of these versions here. Yeah, I also have just kind of some manual collection things. I've been meaning to try and automate some of these, but I've never really needed them enough to do so. Because, I mean, cactus is just kind of eh. Forest fruit, I would really just dump into my smelter there for EXP. Bamboo's a nice fuel source, but I have better ones, so it's not a big deal. And then cow crusher, this is pretty much my main source of food, just in general. Lots of cows, you feed them, they make more cows, they get crushed, food and leather comes out here. Not super complicated. Automatic sugarcane farm, simple enough, I'd imagine. Just there's one key observer in there, so when it grows high enough, it pushes the pistons, breaks all the sugarcane, and then this thing picks it all up and dumps it in here. All of this stuff was recently emptied. I haven't played on this world in a minute or two, just because of, well, actually, I'll show you once we get there. Netherwort farm, kind of semi-automatic. You have to replant on your own, which sucks. But once you do, there's a button here that washes all the netherwort out to the sides. They all get picked up by hoppers and brought down into a shulker box loading area, which is very convenient. I have that on the wood farm as well. So, moving on from the things closer to my house. Oh, actually, I guess I should. I have a village trade center here with, you know, just villagers. Nothing super important. There is a, the doors are for a back room, in which case I can breed them and make more if I ever need to, even though I don't usually want to. Sheep. I need a lot of wool early on for beds, for netherite mining. Because, well, I have a chest plate in my ender chest, and then I put these on accident right before I took a hiatus from this world because I lost all my stuff from dying and I needed pants to go get it. But yeah, these were a remnant that I have yet to eviscerate. So I did kill pretty much every other sheep in here. This pen was like full before, and I got tired of the noise. Automatic honey farm. And it's bees. Honey, yeah, I mean, it makes honey. You put glass bottles up here, and they go into these dispensers and get the honey out once it is full. And I don't know what else to say there. This is just Twisting Vine farm that I dump into an automatic composter for bone meal for that monstrosity up there. It's mostly self-sufficient, but I've had some issues where it needed extra bone meal, so I have this just to help with that. Then these are roadways I was working on for. I was gonna have dolphins and get depth strider on my boots, and it would be much faster than running normally, but I never completed it for one reason or another. I think I just didn't want to get the dolphins, to be honest, and I hadn't seen depth strider ever in an enchanting table. That's interesting. I have a Elytron. Why am I running? This is a gunpowder farm. It is horrendous. I'm well aware. Believe me, I know. It looks awful. AFK platform way up there. Kind of wish I could zoom. I used to have Optifine in this world, but it updated and I haven't bothered to redo that. Yeah, so creepers spawn in there, cats push them towards the center, water pulls them into lava there, and then they get pulled into chests, and this is another shulker box loader thing. Then over here, we have an iron farm. This thing is probably the only thing that I would consider as useful as the wood farm over there. It is just nutty how nice this thing is to have. I'm gonna make another one of these soon in a different world. Now, I have this on Peaceful right now for sake of showcasing, and also for what I was building. But normally there's a zombie. Whoop. Normally there's a bunch of villagers in here and a zombie that scares them, causing them to summon iron golems, which is how you get iron. See, they're all sleeping peacefully for now. Yes, the decimated desert. I need a lot of sand for TNT, so I use TNT to get more sand to make more TNT. Because, I don't know, it seems smart in my mind. But that's pretty much everything I have near my house. Oh, right, this thing. This is just a... This isn't anything special. This was just me testing out lava casting. Thought it was cool. Big. Took a few minutes to make, probably. But there's nothing inside. It's just cobblestone. With, like, there's some empty pockets of air in it. See, anything else in the overworld I should show off? Oh, my witch farm. Oh. Oh, I believe... Let's see. I think that iron farm was a design from Wattles, and the gunpowder farm, I don't remember, actually. I'll see if I can find that, and I'll put a link in description to all these designs. Desert Temple, Asia biomes. This is just kind of it's a few thousand block, not a few thousand blocks, it's about 1,000 blocks, I think. It's just the closest swamp biome I could find. Ah, yes, Ocean Bee. Legendary Ocean Bee. He's been here for a very long time now. And it's always nice to see him when I'm flying back and forth from my witch farm. Because that's pretty much the only thing out here, I think. Yep, here it is. So, this is a little bit more complicated. This is something I designed myself, actually. And I'm just so bad. So, it's horrifically hard to see in here for you, probably. Well, essentially, actually, hang on, let me... Essentially, I tore down a witch hut. I put some spawning platforms in, and then I have flying block flying machines that sweep them all off on this big, like, redstone loop here. There's 3 levels, and they just go off and get pushed kind of into flowing water beneath all these platforms. And these are water streams. Both, I think this is the down one, but up to an AFK platform and down to the collection area, which will be much better lit. So we have this, which is where they die. They get crushed by minecarts. Cramming damage is pretty standard. And then we have sorters for all the items. Glowstone, redstone, gunpowder, sugar. I believe this was glass bottles, spider eyes, and sticks. And then extras, because I built it slightly off-center, and it has slight chance to spawn some other things in there. Which is fine, because, I mean, I'm not going to complain about arrows and bones and some other stuff. But this has been super nice, mostly because of the redstone it supplies, as well as the glowstone that I can use for decoration. Sugar, I need to find something to do with still, because there's not a whole lot of uses for it, and I just get so much from this. And then gunpowder, I mean, this farm pretty much made my creeper farm, the other gunpowder farm, obsolete, because I use it so much. Glass bottles were nice for the bee farm. Spider eyes, I don't know what to do with yet. And then sticks have been nice for fuel for the super smelter. And then you kind of got to be careful getting out. There we go. So yeah, that's my witch farm. There's nothing up there. It's just it's a water column up, like a block in the middle to stand on, and another one down. But yeah, that's my witch farm. I'm very proud of that because I designed it myself. The glazed terracotta was pretty difficult to get because the closest Badlands biome was fairly far away. But other than that, I mean, it was fun designing it, and it works super well. So I have little to no complaints about that, except for maybe that it's kind of far. Hello, bee. Oh, now I get to show off my nether and everything it leads to. Granted, it's not as much stuff as is up here. A lot of these took like a whole day or a lot more. Um, but I do have some cool stuff in my nether, so. I mean, first off, there's not a whole lot outside. There used to be enormous, and I mean, like nuts craters in the ground from netherite mining. I absolutely annihilated my nether, and it caused my world to lag so bad I had to delete the nether file in my world folder and regenerate it from scratch. So it is no longer there, but I rebuilt the kind of shack I had initially, added some stairs, and yeah. So here, this is a TNT launcher. Usually I just elytra up because I can and it saves TNT. But this is the way down or up if you have elytra. But for the sake of it, for the sake of showing it off, I'm going to use this thing to get up. Going. I love using that so much, but at the same time, I just don't like wasting TNT for it. I actually have one of those at my creeper farm too, but again, it's just kind of a unnecessary thing. So there are actually two things here. I guess I should go this way first. Because this is kind of a one-off thing, and I don't want to come all the way back here to show it off. But this isn't something very big. It's just a blaze farm that I don't think anyone in particular designed this. I've seen this design from a few people. So I'm unsure. However, it's just basically a big box. Yes, I know it's uneven. And a little window, spawner, go in. Basically, blazes spawn. Okay, let me get a better view here. They spawn around the spawner, fall into the lava pushes them into that hole. They appear here, and you can whack them with a sword. A very, very nice sword. Oh, I should mention I have a few data packs on. One that makes the maximum level of enchanting items 10, as well as a few other things. But you have to get that through special means. You can't just get it on something. But that, if you see anything like really weird, that explains it pretty much. Yeah, nothing in here right now. I mean, I pretty much cleared this place out. I think I have a, yeah, this thing. Block of coal and blaze rods. One of the next projects I was gonna have was just a wither skeleton farm. However, oh, here we go. Yeah, just an absolute crap load of blaze rods. Oh, and my normal chest plate, my normal pants. Just for the sake of showing them off, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, that is my blaze farm. It's nice. It's treated me well. Got me a lot of EXP, but not as much as what I'm going to show you next. This is once we get back to the the place where you land on top of the roof, it's going to be a much shorter flight than to the Blaze farm, luckily. It should be just right up here. Yep, here it is. Nice preview of that from below, huh? So this is my gold farm. This is another thing I designed myself. This one took, I think, even longer than the witch farm. But basically, big spawning platforms of magma blocks. So the only fireproof mobs can spawn, which are ghasts, zombie pigmen, and magma cubes. God. The glass is to prevent ghasts from spawning because they need to be higher to. They need a higher space to spawn in. So this glass prevents that because I don't want any gas blowing stuff up. The magma blocks, just, yeah, they let zombie pigmen spawn. Sometimes magma creams, but they don't stay for very long, so it's not a big deal. The zombie pigmen are attracted to the turtle eggs. They get attracted, because the trapdoors, they fall down into the lower level, and then the ones on the lower level fall down again into, let me fly back down, because if I go in it, I'm going to die. So that the pistons there, that is what that is a mob compactor I designed. Let me see if I need to get up to the AFK spot so I can get a better view of this thing. Okay, yeah, that thing. So it's basically a tripwire hook between two pistons. So when they fall on either side, they trigger the tripwire hook and get pushed into the center. And then same with this set, but just like this way instead of this way. So it moves them from kind of a cross space, from like a, not a 3x3, but like a 3x3 without the corners, into a 1x1 space, which makes it much easier to deal with them with either minecarts, or this hay-bale prevents fall damage, and then I can use a looting sword, which is also great. Or EXP. This is what gets me the majority of my EXP, just because it's close, it's efficient, and it works wonderfully. But yeah, either I kill them with a sword, or they fall into the minecarts, die to crush damage, and go down this minecart pyramid into sets of hoppers which have sorting systems attached to them. And then these hoppers pump into this dispenser line that goes into lava, because I don't want to deal with gold swords and rotten flesh. Though I probably could have just put the lava at the end here instead of having a hopper deal with it, but it's whatever. Not a big deal. So once it's all sorted, it comes down into these chests here. And well, the left side is a lot more than the right side, but yeah, a lot of gold from this. In fact, we'll get to that pretty soon. And then this is an attempt at a basalt farm. I don't use it very often because it doesn't work as wonderfully as I'd like. But the premise is basalt's generated up there, pushed down into kind of a wall type thing. The wall is pushed out and then blown up by a TNT duper here. It, yeah, it's a modified design from, I believe, again, RaysWorks. Because if this didn't fire fast enough, that part would break and the entire machine would stop working and I'd have to go back and fix it. So this is kind of a weird modification of it. Um, but I'm not the biggest fan of this machine, if I'm being honest. I think I could have, um, I think there are better basalt farms out there that I could have gone for instead. But it's all right either way. It's, I'll design something better another time, maybe. Or maybe just improve this one. We'll see. At this glass is because for some reason pigmen keep spawning over there and trying to walk over, even though I was like 80% sure I spawn proofed it as best I could. So yeah, my gold farm, which I'm super proud of, basalt farm, not as proud of, but I mean, hey. Then just ender chests, you know, standard stuff. And now we're heading into what I'm currently working on. So this is kind of an interesting, this is an interesting one. Simply because I barely know what I'm doing here. So this is a shattered savanna, right? Well, there you go. This is a shattered savanna that I went into world edit with and made into a, was it a taiga biome? Yeah, taiga biome. I changed it into taiga because the grass color in shattered savanna is kind of ugly, and this green looks much nicer. But shattered savanna has like the coolest terrain gen of any biome, so I thought I'd make it here. And what am I making here? This. So this is the beginnings of my hopefully mega base. I'm building an island entirely out of gold blocks that I'm going to rest some sort of building on, and I'll go from there. I'll probably have more floating islands surrounding it to build more things on. But I honestly am having an interesting time assembling this, just because I don't know what looks good when it comes to like naturally formed things, I guess. But also there's just the sheer scale of it is kind of daunting on its own. I'm not gonna fill it in. I'm probably gonna use the inside hollowed out space as some sort of maybe storage room or like some kind of basement thing. I'm not sure yet, but I know I need a mega base of some kind because as much as I love the little house that my friend built for me, it's not big enough, and I can't really expand it into the surrounding area because of all the other crap I've built there. So I plan to get not really fresh beginnings, but a new foothold out here in this edited biome because I think it looks great, and I think if I do this right, that I am going to have a lot more fun with this world. And I need to figure out what to do next after I wrap this up. Once I get back to this. Oh, wait, what's in this? I forget. Oh, more gold. I didn't even realize that I had that much more. Cool. That's great to know. I mean, I still have I have another shulker box that's about half full with more gold blocks in there, but I thought I was out, which is why I made that second one. So good to know I'm not completely out yet. I mean, like this is a little worrying to me if I'm being honest, because like I don't know, I feel like it should be more curved, and maybe it should be a little more even though I'm trying to make it look kind of chaotic and um, natural more so than well designed and linear. But at the same time, I don't know. It's something I have to think about, as well as how I'm going to turn this into an actual functioning base. But that is pretty much it. I mean, of course, there's like the end portal and all the stuff I've explored in the end, and there are a few structures there, but I don't think any of it's nothing's really important to this world and what it has to offer. It's just kind of there for the sake of having a bit of a foothold in that region. I should probably make a quicker transport to the end portal as well, because every time I go there I have to use Eyes of Ender still. I'll keep that in mind. But yeah, this is where it is heading, and the end of where it has been. Thank you all for watching till the end, because this world means a lot to me, since it is the first one in which I beat the Ender Dragon legitimately on my own, as well as just kind of done anything in survival in this way. I've learned so much about this game from this world alone. It's really odd how little I knew beforehand, despite playing the game for so long. But yeah, that wraps it out. Thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you in the next video. See ya.